Hello, my friends. Today we're going to talk about the 7 pillars of health. You know, Kylea Health and Energy prides itself in offering you many services which are of great benefit and no charge. You know, I visit many different websites and see the things that they're doing, and Kylea is in business to make a profit like everyone else. But you know what? We offer you a lot of things on a day-to-day basis that have nothing to do with costing you any money. And today's topic is one of them. It's what I call the 7 pillars of health. Now, you might have heard other versions of this. Kylea has its own. Friend, every one of these 7 pillars of health are things that define all of your physical, emotional, and spiritual needs and help provide solutions to make those all better without costing you one nickel. Why would we do this? Because when you become a Kylea family member, that's just what you are. Family. And being Italian, familia is a very important thing. So we're here to help you in more ways than just sell you product. Today, the first pillar we're going to talk about in the 7 pillars of health is the pillar of sleep. The first question that people always ask is, how much sleep do I need? Well, you know, the answer varies. But I think studies have shown, and there are many on our site that you can go and look at for yourself, that really a minimum of 7 for adults is truly needed. Now, that's just not laying horizontal for 7. That's sleeping for 7 with at least a few hours of what's called REM, or rapid eye movement sleep. Now, what are the benefits of sleep? Well, you know, besides being rested, one of the main benefits of sleep, most people don't realize, is that when your body is sleeping, there is a tremendous repair onslaught going on inside of your body. I've always used the analogy of a nighttime maintenance crew in a building. The building shuts down for the day, everybody goes home, here comes the nighttime cleanup crew. And they empty the garbage and clean up the floors and do all those things and get the offices and whatnot ready for the next day. Well, that's very much the same thing of what's going on in your body when you're in a deep, peaceful sleep. Especially enzymes come out and do some major work repairing tissue, organs, whatever your brain is troubleshooting that needs to be repaired. A lot of that repair process goes on while you are sleeping. Why? Because your body is not bogged down with many of the other responsibilities and chores that it has on a day-to-day basis. So like a plane goes on autopilot, your autonomic nervous system starts taking over the basics and essentials like breathing and so on and so forth, and your body is then allowed to focus on the ability to repair itself while it's sleeping. Your brain function is also restored while you're sleeping. Your brain secretes chemicals at this time and basically gets itself ready for the next day while it's doing this troubleshooting process. Now, how about some tips to help you sleep better? Some of these things may seem obvious to you, but friend, we have found in dealing with thousands of people, Kylea, that for some people, they don't implement any of these things. One of them is you should sleep in total darkness. You know, we've only had electricity for about 125 years. And one of the things where our cultures used to live by was they went to sleep when it got dark and they awoke when it rose. And because they did not have things like electricity, they slept in utter darkness. Your mind is set to do that. The way that chemicals like melatonin and such work have a lot to do with complete darkness. That's when your brain starts sending the messages for breathing to slow down and so on and so forth. Another thing, and this has been a tremendous help for me, is keeping a cool temperature in your room. Now, in the winter, the temperature in your room should not really exceed 64 or 65 degrees. And for those of you that are keeping it much warmer, that might come as a shock to you initially. But especially in the cooler climates, when your temperature is above 66, 67, 68, that means your humidity level is going to be too low. So now you have this hot, dry air that is drying out the membranes in your nose and causing your body to make adaptations. And whenever your body needs to do that, it's working. And when your body's working, it's not able to rest. So when you are in a nice, cool room with the proper amount of humidity, a nice, dark, cool room, your autonomic nervous system will be more likely to take over, and your body will start shutting things down so that you can rest peacefully. Another tip to be able to sleep well is to not have a full stomach. You don't want the digestion process going on. 2 hours before you go to bed, you should have no food or water. And if you find that very difficult, have something very light like seeds, like some pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds. If you need to keep your mouth going, be chewing on something, late at night, have something very light before you go to bed. Now, lastly, a lot of people ask us, well, what are the best supplements to help me sleep? And many different things work for different people. In my 15 years, in my experience, there are two things I've seen work the best. Melatonin, for some reason, works wonderful for some people. And for some people, it makes no difference at all. Kylea always delivers the truth to you, and we sell melatonin, and I'm here to tell you that for some people, it doesn't work. We don't know why. Some people, it works phenomenal. It's certainly worth a try, and at worst case, it's a wonderful antioxidant. It's a hormone. The other one that I've seen work very, very well is valerian root. Now, valerian root, like many herbs, can diminish in its efficacy and how efficient it is in your body when it's used day in and day out. So you might need to go 4 or 5 weeks on and a week off. But valerian root, in about 500 milligram dosage, has proven to be a very good help. Lastly, some other things that you can do besides supplements are people find certain fragrances to be soothing, certain body oils, a hot bath. All these things are worth trying. But friend, your grandma said it, your grandma's grandma said it, there is nothing like a good night's sleep for your physical, emotional, and spiritual health. So that's pillar number 1. We'll soon go on to pillar number 2. I do want to take this time to remind you, if you have not taken the Kylea Health Quiz, now is the time to do so. It's about a 35 to 40 question quiz. It's absolutely free. Again, doesn't cost you a nickel. Really going to give you a good snapshot of where you're at and some things you can do about it. That's all for now. Have a good one.